So how much money did you make today? Tell me in the comment section. Which stock, which ETF, which crypto did you buy in kind of waiting on the decision of the Federal Reserve today? Because this is why it's so important, to have some insights, to have, some knowledge and make an educated guess based on, data, market trends, and everything else. Because if you watch the video we posted yesterday and on Sunday, you will see that everything that happened today happened according to our plan. All right. Because the market hates to have uncertainty. The market hates to not know what is going to come, what is going to happen, how everything is going to play out for the next foreseeable future. So everybody was kind of expecting the Fed to come out and say, you know what? We're going to continue to increase interest rate to 75 basis points. And that was pretty much my case. But some people was kind of expecting 100 or 125 or maybe 150. Now that this is out of the gate, out of the way, it's been a long day. I do believe we are in for another summer rally, because right at the minute that Federal Reserve Jerome Powell chair announced the 75 basis points rate, boom, everything went up. Everything from the Dow Jones to the S&P 500 to the Nasdaq, everything went up. All right. Now we are back to very, very interesting levels in terms of technical charts or technical analysis, because these levels will bring additional confidence into maybe the bottom being out, like maybe the worst for stocks dropping is behind us. And because of that, they may pour some more money into the market, especially looking into this summer as we look at, companies' earnings. Look, Dow Jones is back up above 32,000, which is good. Nasdaq just breached the 12,000 again, and the S&P 500 is now back above the 4,000 level. These are key levels that will give additional confidence into, people's ability to put money back into the market, because clearly it means that, maybe, and this is what I think, the worst for stocks dropping is behind us. There are two main reasons behind it. The first reason is, look, earnings are not as bad. And this is something I've been saying for the last month or so, that once the market realizes that earnings are not as bad, then we're going to have a lot more confidence, a lot more, fears cooling off, and that will, translate into the market going back up. Now, we are not still yet out of the woods, just because tomorrow we still have the GDP to come out, and the GDP will tell us exactly where do we stand on the whole recession fears. Personally, I think even if the GDP comes tomorrow and signifies and signals that we are officially in recession, because for the 2 consecutive quarters of 2022, we will have a decrease in the amount of goods and services that the US economy is producing. It still doesn't mean that everything's going to be bad. It's not a synonym or an automatic response, or meaning that everything's going to go doom and gloom. No. Because recessions are part of a cycle. We went poof, and now we're trying to stabilize, and that will take some transitioning, and we are in the transitioning phase. Nevertheless, I still think the economy is still strong, because the market tends to look forward. And by looking at the earnings that we're getting from, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, GM, the GM CFO said on Monday that, hey, we're still not seeing signs of a recession. As a matter of fact, we are a little bit more positive on the outlook of the economy. And a bunch of other companies said that. Well, you have few banks here and there that said the contrary, but I do believe by looking at the real economy that, hey, things are not as bad. So maybe we have a surprise tomorrow. So going back to being prepared. Yesterday, one of my plays, the dips that I bought was mainly in crypto and energy. And if you look at crypto today, Ethereum, which I bought a little bit, jumped 18%. This is what, the ETF, or the trust, I should say, which I bought, gained almost 19% today, and one of the miners that I also bought yesterday gained 22% and is still gaining after hours, because I really do believe that, now that we have a clear indication that next month there's not going to be any meeting, and inflation is clearly, cooling down, there's gonna be some money flowing back into both crypto and stocks. So I bought the dip, and now I'm up almost 20% just for the buys I made yesterday. So based on this, I foresee things to get better. If you are somebody who is swing trading, be ready as we get into the next inning of this, rally, to start taking some chips off the table. But there is a lot of upside coming from here, and for the next levels, at least when we have another catalyst. But as far as earnings go, I think we're still going to have some positive news coming from earnings, but we need to see first the real GDP numbers in order to see exactly whether or not we are in a recession. But I think all of that has been priced in for now. So it's not going to be any, major surprise unless numbers are very, very bad.